my duty and job being at Speaker's Corner? Huh? What's the problem? I don't understand. Should I not be recording? Have we not, have people asking me, Callum, I beg you live stream, I beg you live stream, I beg you live stream on all of the comments? Yeah, of course. Come on, family. You know I'm going to live stream for you. You know I'm going to live stream for you. So what's the problem? Yeah, but it's Tommy Robinson. It's EDL, man. Them. Okay, so why are you not complaining about everybody else that's recording? Yeah, but. Just say you hate me, bruv. It's easier. Just say, you know what, Cal? No matter what you do, I hate you, and I'm gonna be against you. Just say that. Just let it be easier. Let it be known and be easy, bruv. Stop trying to paint me in some mad picture, bruv. Just be easy and just say, you know what? The hatred is in my heart. The hatred is in my soul. It's just running through my blood. My veins is just filled with it. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Come on. Y'all don't know. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all don't know, bruv. I've been on job since day one. Y'all can't tell me nothing, bruv. I've gained too many stripes for you lot to be talking nonsense on my name. Oh, but Callum, you recorded him. Like, what are you recording for? But Callum, you shake man's hand. What? He's saying, well, you and Tommy is cool like that, yeah. Look, straight cooling, bruv. Why is he shaking man's hand? Hold on. What's wrong? Are you, what is there? What, are you jealous that I'm shaking somebody's hand? Am I not supposed to be shaking somebody's hand? I don't get it. Don't you shake people's hands? I don't know. Maybe you don't shake nobody's hands. I don't know. Hold on. Oh no. But you shake his hand. How are you shaking Tommy Robinson? Okay, quick question, yeah? He's a racist. Quick question, yeah? I want you to go rewatch that video, yeah? Rewatch that video. And let's see how many hands he actually shaked. How many hands did he shake? How many black people there? How many white people there? And how many hands did he shake? And whose hand did he shake? So he shaked Callum's hands. And he didn't shake nobody else's hand. And he smiled and he greeted. And Callum smiled and he greeted him back. So now that, oh, you are a coon. Man, what the hell? Listen, when you lot start making these claims, yeah, I want you to do this, yeah? Please, prove that Tommy Robinson is racist. I have not heard one racist word come out of his mouth yet. Not one racist word come out of his mouth yet. I want you guys, yeah? Fact check time. You know how I like to do. I like to fact check people. I want you lot now, yeah, to fact check Tommy Robinson. Go and fact check Tommy Robinson. Please, go and bring up, yeah, the first racist comment that he said. Find me a racist comment that he said. Find me something. That's racist. That's what I want you to do. Just show me where he is being racist. And if you can't do that, if you can't show me where Tommy Robinson is being racist, yeah, understand, yeah, the issue, the problem, yeah, the mental illness, yeah, lies within inside of yourself. The hatred, the disease in your heart, yeah, lies within inside of yourself. But I guarantee you, if I fact check you guys, yeah, I can find some mad racist comments that you guys have been saying, right? I know that. I know if I start fact checking you guys, yeah, it's going to be peak for you. But yet you want to call somebody else racist? Projecting much? Y'all must be projecting. You lot must be projecting. That's all I've got to say. You know, anyway, it's there. I am there for one thing and one thing only, bruv. In support of Tommy Robinson. If I'm in support of Tommy Robinson, the one thing I'm in support of is freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. You lot want to silence freedom of speech? Y'all want to do that, don't you? That's what you guys want to do. You want to silence freedom of speech. You just want to get the propaganda in. You want to get what mainstream media is saying, right? Tommy Robinson is a racist. Tommy Robinson does this. Tommy Robinson is a rabble-rouser. Tommy Robinson, da-da-da-da-da. You're not just listening to Tommy Robinson. What's the cause of the man driving into the mosque? He hates Muslims. He does this and so forth and so forth and so forth. You're not just listening to propaganda. You see me, yeah, and I hope, this is what I do, yeah, I hope that I'm breeding critical thinkers on my channel. Anybody that's got some ish to say, yeah, and cannot back it up, yeah, you guys should not be on this channel. You lot are not intelligent enough to be on this channel. We're only trying to breed intelligent people here on this channel. I could care less if you agree with me, like me, hate me, agree with Tommy Robinson, like him, or hate him. I just want to hear what a man has to say. I want to judge a man based upon the words that comes out of his mouth. I want to judge a man, yeah, based upon the content of his character. Those are the two things I'm judging a man upon. Those are the only two things I'm going to judge a man upon. I'm not going to listen to what you guys have got to say. I'm not going to listen to what the media has to say. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. I'm going to look and observe his conduct and see what he has to say. That's it. That's it. Y'all can't confuse my mind, you know. Y'all can't give me no tricknology. Like, yes, Tommy Robinson is a bad person. Yeah, he's evil. He does this, he does that. Okay, show me. Just show me. Just show me one place where he does all the things that you say he does. Yeah, he's a member of he's the leader of the EDL. Is he? I don't know if that he is. I know he started. He was one of the founders of the EDL. Yeah, EDL is racist. They done this, they done that. Show me. Show me. That's what I want to know. Show me where in the core doctrine or the core constitution and the core objectives and principles of EDL or whatever anything else that Tommy Robinson stands for, which is racist. That's all. Show me. Otherwise, you lot are moving off your own racial prejudice and fear. That's what you lot are moving with. Racial prejudice and fear. You lot want to stop another man's ability here to speak freely. You lot want to do that. Not me. Not me, fam. Not me. I want to let people speak. I couldn't care less. You know what? I love racist people speaking. Do you know why? Do you know why I love racist people speaking? Because it's no longer inside of their mind. It's no longer inside of their head. They're no longer doing it privately. They're doing it publicly. And once they're able to do that publicly, hallelujah, it gives us the opportunity here to actually refute the things that they have to say. We have the ability to change their mind. That's what we do. That's what we do if we allow people to have free speech. You lot are trying to stomp out free speech for what? Do you know how many people, yeah, that have extremist ideologies in their mind and they're just holding it into their heart and they're brewing inside and they got nobody to speak to because nobody understands me, nobody understands me, and they're gonna jump into a car, yeah, and run down people in mosques. You dig what I'm saying? There's other people that want to jump into cars and run down the British public and tourists, yeah, on London Bridge and wherever other places, what's the word, Westminster Bridge, whatever places is, and kill people because nobody is giving them the time of day to let them speak. What are you lot scared of? Let the people speak. Let the people vent their frustrations. Let us understand their frustrations. Because all of a sudden, when they're moving in private and in secrecy, and then all you see is just a whole lot of people coming together to do a madness, yeah, whose fault would that be? Whose fault would that be? It will be your fault because you want to suppress freedom of speech. And then people have to move on some insurrection type of madness. Yeah? Is that what you guys want? You look, and this is what I don't understand, yeah? And my Muslim audience, yeah? Tommy Robinson came down on the premise, on the guise here, of freedom of speech. Why do you want to silence that? Why do you want to stop that? Why do you want to be on the opposite side of that? That's what I want to know. Why would you want to be on the opposite side of that? They're talking about, yeah, the totalitarian government. Why would you want to be on the opposite side of that? I just want to know. I'm baffled in my head at times, yeah, when I hear and listen to you lot talk. I'm like, wow. You have two white European or possibly American women who got stopped, and a European, I believe it's Austrian man who got stopped from entering into this country.
Evening, people. Bit of a late one. Been on the phone half the evening. Obviously, all this Tommy Robinson, MEP, whatever, needs speaking about, doesn't it? Some of the posts I've seen today is unreal. Fresh account again. Fucking pirates attacking me again. I've got account after account lined up, so fuck them. I don't give a shit. If anyone wants to ring in. Other than that, if you don't get money on there tonight, because obviously I'm having problems trying to add people for some reason as well. I don't really get why, but it's not letting me add certain people, or it's saying I've sent one and then they can't get it, or I don't know, I don't understand it. If anyone wants to ring in, you can ring in, but if it's not, if you don't get a few people on, there's not much point doing a big long one, is there? We may do an earlier one tomorrow.
And refused entry into this country, and they were stopped under the Terrorism Act. The Terrorism Act. That's what they were stopped under. The Terrorism Act. Aren't you lot suffering with this whole Terrorism Act and being stopped and searched and all these things here underneath terrorism? And don't you think that they're abusing, the UK government is abusing their power and all these things here? And they want to stop your freedom of speech? You know, certain people I've seen on videos, they're complaining because, you know what, they're speaking Arabic and they might have said Allahu Akbar and then they got in trouble with the police and so forth. Like that. Isn't that stopping your freedom of expression? Shouldn't you be fighting for freedom of speech and freedom of expression? I don't know, I don't know. I thought you would be on that side, but I guess not. Maybe because deep inside your philosophy, let me not say philosophy, I rebuke that. Your ideology, realize I'm not even saying religion, yeah? But your ideology, yeah, doesn't want that. It doesn't want to permit people to have freedom of speech. Let's just say, for example, yeah? Let's just say, as most of you lot claim, yeah? Not most of you lot, certain groups of you brothers, yeah, claim, yeah? Yes, Islam will dominate. Islam will dominate the UK. I want to see the Queen wearing a burqa. Sharia law shall be governing this country. If Sharia law was governing this country, there'll be no speaker's corner. There'll be no speaker's corner. There'll be no freedom of speech. And you want to ask me what side am I on? Are you sure? Are you sure? I haven't even taken no political side as of yet. I haven't. But do you really think I want to see Sharia govern in this country? Do you really want me to now draw a line and give you my own opinion on this, or my own perspective on this? Do I want to see Sharia law govern this country? You must be, bruv. Listen, the problem is, I'm a well-educated black man. I completely understand African and world history. And I completely understand what this ideology, I'm not saying religion again, because I got nothing wrong with Islam. Okay? Listen, let me repeat for you guys here who don't know. If somebody wants to have Islam as their religion and they want to practice it and they don't want to cause harm upon others or impose their own view upon others, listen, there's nothing wrong with Islam. There is nothing wrong with Muslims. But then there is an ideology that creeps in that says we need to suppress and dominate the whole world. Islam must be the governing religion. Sharia law must come into effect. And if you want to impose that upon me, and you think I don't know my world history, what people underneath the guise of Islam did.
Hello? Hello?
How you doing, Josh?
Hi, mate. How you doing, mister? You alright?
I'm doing alright, mate.
You alright?
Well, I'd like to say good evening to everyone who's watching Aussie Pendragons.
Yeah.
But, it's crazy what's going on in society, and it's crazy what's going on with the politics.
It's mad, isn't
I
it?
think everybody needs to stand and take a proper check.
Yeah. This is it.
And, one needs to shake Tommy to do a U-turn on what he's doing.
Yeah.
And that's the only way we can go through this properly.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it's boycotting the European election, because the minute you vote, you're signing them in for 5 years.
Yeah.
I think if we boycotted that and went with the vets, and as many people as can, all the groups go with the same direction, because once we can prove the Parliament's tyrannous, which it is, in many ways, you've got all injustices going the same way, follow the vets. Because if they come first, they'll never leave anyone behind, and I do believe that. They saved our asses, they saved us from speaking German.
That's it, mate. That's it.
I think someone needs to talk to Tommy, because
somebody does, don't they?
I'm using him, you know?
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing by he's putting him forward for an MEP.
Yeah. It seems hard that he wouldn't, though, to be fair. You know.
Well, when I stop and look at it properly,
Yeah.
when I look at Tommy's background, and because that's what it's all about, him standing.
Yeah.
One, he's been done for fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And two, he's broken electoral rules already because he's held a barbecue for votes. You can't give out food.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So he can't stand.
Yeah. I think
so he might have ruined it straight from the word go. When I was stood in the election for 2015,
yeah.
I couldn't give out cakes, I couldn't give out scones, I couldn't even have a tea morning.
Yeah. I think
when I was stood in an election, he's giving out food on a barbecue.
Yeah, the police did say something to him about that. That's the only interaction I think they had with police. They said that they can't give free food away, so they have to sell it or something. So
it's classed as a bribery for a vote.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it might have already been kiboshed before he's even started. So we might be in the clear here, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And his followers are going to need another direction. So is Tom.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the idea that Tom had going around on the bus with the telly and all the rest of it is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, definitely.
It was exposing all the councils.
That's it. That's
what
it.
This is all about.
It's waking the people up, definitely. Definitely. I mean, considering they tried to squash it and the council said it weren't going to happen and police said it weren't going to happen, it happened. I mean, the Manchester Evening News made out there was 300 people there. I mean, if anyone's seen anyone's live feeds from there yesterday, there was loads. There was a good, I'd say, 1,500 to 2,000 people there. But Manchester Evening, 300 people.
Well, I think it's quite a lot of us now worrying. I mean, you've got patriots of people as well. Like you've got Gary there, sitting puffing and puffing them all the time, and he looks like he's going out of his mind with it. But I think we're going to be in the clear regarding Tommy standing. I think he's not going to be able to stand.
Maybe you might be right, mate. You might be right. I didn't know about that.
I think if we go with the vets, everybody. I mean, we need to take everyone on board. Keep all the bridges there. Don't burn bridges by slagging each other off and all the rest of it. Because you don't want the fallen to get worse. We've got to try and band together. Do you know?
That's it. I mean, to me, it's the ones at the top. It's the group leaders that have got to. If you've got grudges or whatever, put them aside. Put them aside. We all need to put. Everyone needs to put their heads together and have an open discussion and put the facts out there, get some sort of strategy or something. It's ridiculous. It's like watching chickens running around with no head and all doing different things, but nothing's.
I know, and seeing the MP boat coming back from France all the time with no rudder. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's mental. It is. It's mental.
If we go with the vets, and I think once the vets start causing waves, I think followed by the people. I think the army will lay down their arms, and I think the police, there's not enough of them. I think they'll just toe the line. As a children's rights campaigner, I've got quite a lot of police that follow me and like me. I've got one thing no other protesters got, and that's the police is not their backing, but they like me. They tell me to shout for longer, louder, when I'm on a megaphone. I think if they see what direction the people are going, which is the vets, taking it serious and staying on the model high ground with no violence and no causing disturbances, then I think they're going to take it more serious,
Yeah, this is it. I mean, it's got to be kept lawful, whatever we do, otherwise we're the domestic terrorists, aren't we? So,
I mean, there's quite a lot of Pendragons now. I've got a lot against the government. In our own right. I'm for children, so I've got my bit with the government in my own right. To not be better than have revolutionary ideas. It just goes to show that the government don't want us to be at peace.
No, that's it, mate.
And relaxed and comfortable. So we've got to take that control away from them.
I agree.
Just all band together. I'm going to be going to the march York on the 15th.
Right, okay. Where's that again?
I'm hopefully going to be speaking there. So
London, yeah.
No, it's at York, Richmond.
Oh, right, yeah. Right,
the 15th June, Pendragon.
Right, yeah. Cool.
I'm probably going to that and I'll be probably speaking.
Right.
But again, I'm just going to be echoing the same words I always echo because I'll never move my stance from where I'm standing,
That's bang on, mate. bang on.
Nationalise with this social services, and that's more shout, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than that, there's going to be other people there speaking, so it should be a good day. It's going to be a safe place for kids to go as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Just go with the vets.
Yeah, that's it.
So let's just keep all our fingers crossed that Tommy has a little stomach feeling and he says, I don't like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This is what I mean. There is people around it now that are just going to spot it and obviously start asking the questions and whatever. I mean, all you can hope is that, you know, there's something behind it and he's got kind of something in place, or he's got a plan. But to be fair, I can't see anything good coming from it at all.
Yeah, but if he's got a plan, you've got a lot of people there.
Yeah.
You know, you should be telling them and going with them with it, you know.
Yeah,
It's like me, if the government come up to me and said, Jack, we'll do a deal, keep your mouth shut over your case.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I couldn't turn me back on them looked after kids.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That's where I'm from.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's all I want to combat, you know. I want to stop all this people suffering with their kids, you know, men not seeing their kids, grandparents crying because they're not seeing their kids. We've had the TV license taken off you. It's crazy, selling all their assets. It's just a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it, mate.
Just sitting on the fence and watching and keep watching and, you know, see how it pans out, innit?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I didn't vote, so I shouldn't really be getting involved in all the conversations, but
Yeah.
I've got to go either way.
Yeah.
Once the 29th's gone,
Yeah,
I was a Pendragon.
Yeah.
It's on off, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. That's it.
So I've got to come on. I've got to start swaying over to this side now,
Yeah,
which is the side I really need to be on, because the vets, I've got a lot of respect for them.
yeah, yeah,
I'm just hoping that the police are watching on
yeah,
and are seeing something moving quite serious
yeah, yeah,
and starting to take sides as well, secretly in their own minds. So I think if we do go on any marches, I think we should all say to the police, you know, thanks for your service, you know, and just try and get them on board with it. I mean,
yeah, I agree, mate.
it's a difficult thing to do, but
Yeah.
we're all human, you know.
This is it. They've all got families. They've all got families, haven't they? So it is. I mean, they've got. That's for them. You know, that's for them to try and figure out. You know, yeah, they've got the bubble now, and I can understand. Like, I mean, I've spoke to a few police, and they've said point blank they're not allowed to research certain things and all this kind of thing, or they get in trouble and all that. So I can understand why they don't, but realistically, you know, they've got to realise it's bigger than their job and their career and their house, their car.
It's right. When you're regurgitating deals and trying to put them back through Parliament every 5 minutes, and you can't do that, it becomes a joke, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
We're not stupid.
No, that's it, mate. That's it.
I think it was David Cameron said in-out, he didn't say nothing about no deal, no pausing.
Yeah.
And the amount of money's been spent over the time on the open negotiation on Mrs. Sovereignty and everything else. You know, it's a joke, and they want more time.
Yeah.
It just becomes tyrannous, doesn't it?
Unreal, isn't it? Unreal. Runs into ridiculous money. I mean, I'm sure we could, you know, put that money to good use elsewhere. Everything's sinking, isn't it? NHS, schools, everything's just, you know.
Social care is the centre cog of it all.
Yeah.
It all branches out from that. I mean, Scouts Megaphone man, I've been going for 6 years now, do you know what I mean? Following social care, and I just think the amount of jobs it creates and how much unheaval, unrest it covers in society, it's nothing else but class cleansing, mate, you know?
Yeah, bang on, mate, bang on.
So it's about nipping it in the bud, and keeping all the money within social care.
Yeah.
And saving the taxpayer some money, because I've done some winters on that scaffold, mate, and paid some tax in the years, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
So, I just think we go into bets on this and have our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
I'll see what happens with Tom, you know? I hope he doesn't stand.
Yeah.
Because I can see him becoming the most hated man in Britain.
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I imagine there's that many people awake to things now. I mean, just today alone, the amount of posts I've seen, the conflicts back and forth, and everyone's calling each other traitors and everything. It's mad. It's like, this is going to cause a little shitstorm, so I imagine it's going to be addressed by Tommy at some point, so I don't know. I don't know if it's an oversight or I ain't got a clue, mate, but it's going to cause a little shitstorm.
I think he should just do a U-turn and do the thing what he was going to do with all the councils. I think that was a perfect idea.
Yeah.
As soon as he heard about the barbecue and the music, I thought, no way.
Yeah.
He's done it straight away by doing the barbecue.
I didn't even know about that, to be honest, mate. I've never heard of that. But,
yeah, I stood in the 2015 election and I wanted to have a team on them. Right. With scones and cream cakes and I couldn't.
Wow.
Just glass Bradham for folks.
Wow.
So that was the 2015 election and the David Cameron election under Jackie Doyle Price.
Right, yeah.
For Farrack. And I was only through councillor and I got over 1,000 votes in such a small area.
Wow.
I do believe the council rigged it because they didn't want me in the council.
Yeah.
I made no secrets. I was going to rock that council like a ship in the rough in the calm seas. Rocking violently so you can swim.
Yeah. Best way, innit, mate? That's it.
It's crazy.
This is it. I mean, I think most of these things are rigged, to be fair. You know, I'm surprised that we even got the vote for the, with the EU and all that crap. I'm surprised we got it that way and they didn't just blag it to begin with. I don't know. It all seems rigged, doesn't it? Most of it, anyway.
I just think that it's not doing us any favours. I know everybody's got their grievances with the police, but I think as a country, it's not doing us no favour with all the protesting that's going on, all that money being spent unnecessarily, and we need protecting.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you know, we've got to look at it both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
There's a children's rights campaign, and I've got to shout like this because children need that protector, prof, you know?
Yeah, spot on, mate. Spot on. I mean, it's all for all the kids, isn't it?
I want to know his all and leave his all, and just what I've said, I hope it makes sense to people. And
yeah, it does, mate. It does.
Like it's sense, and I think we should go with the vets, prof.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I'm just hoping everyone can start having a bit more open discussion about things instead of just this is it, you've got to pick a side or whatever. It's all that crap's got to go out the window, on it. Time to unite.
Yeah, just talk logically over it all because
yeah.
There is no future. Look who's in control.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think going to vote in the European election.
Yeah.
You're signing Tommy up for a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
There's no running away from it, you know. But like I said, I don't think he'll be able to stand because he's had his barbecue. So.
Well, yeah.
That might be a good thing, people.
Yeah. That's it, isn't it?
Without no hard feelings being saying that, you know what I mean?
No, I understand. I know what you mean, Jack. I know what you mean.
Think of our future.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm going to love you so and leave you so. Thanks for letting me on there, Fred.
Nice one, Jack. Nice one for calling in, mate. Take care.
Cheers. Okay, yeah.
See you in a bit, mate. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
To African people, I'm saying underneath the guise. I'm not telling you that they were Muslims or whatever the case. I'm saying underneath the guise of Islam, what they did to African people, how they went into Africa, and start kidnapping children, start feeding them dates. Here you go, darling. Here you go. Here's a date for you. Come closer, and take them away. Are you mad? Are you absolutely mad that I want Sharia to be? Are you mad? You must be crazy. Do you think I want this Arabization and Islamization to take over? Are you mad? Have I not seen what African people have suffered underneath this ideology? Again, I'm not saying religion, but the ideology that it imposes on people. You must be mad. And African Muslims, African Muslims who know their history, you lot should know better than anybody else. I'll start reading out letters right now. From the 1400s, from the 14th century, of Nigerians, kings, royalty, writing letters to the leader of Egypt, saying, "Listen, you need to stop what's going on. our fellow African Muslims, my own family included, and I'm royalty, yeah, is being enslaved. You've got these slave raiders coming into our country and enslaving, kidnapping our people and enslaving them. You must be mad that I want this mad ideology to take over. Yeah, damn right. I'll draw a line right there. I'll draw a line. Am I not seeing what the Arabization is how it's affecting our people? Am I not seeing it? Am I not speaking out on it, yeah, on a weekly basis when it comes to Zakaria? Am I not speaking on it? And again, do not confuse that with Islam. What's going on is I'm not speaking out on Islam. Right now I'm talking about the Arabization. My man is completely 100%, yeah. He doesn't only just taking on, yeah, the Arabic language. He's taking on the Arabic accent. Man's trying to put an ayn sound into every single word he utilizes. Yeah? He wants to dress like an Arab, think like an Arab, move like an Arab, use racial slurs like an Arab. And you think I want that for my African people? Bruv, I will draw a line straight away and tell you what side I'm on, bruv. I'll draw a line straight away and tell you what side I'm on. Do I really? You must be crazy, fam. You must be crazy. Yeah? And I've said it how many times, bro? I've got nothing wrong with Islam. And if you're an African man, yeah, practice your religion or practice your Islam as an African. Stop seceding your power, yeah, to these Arabs. And I don't even think they're not even Arabs, bro. I don't even know what to call them. I utilize Indo-Aryan Arabs or whatever the terminology I use. I said, don't give up your power to these people. Do not give your power over to these people. Yeah? Because they will have you on a madness. They will have you, yeah, freaking ballying up, yeah, and putting bombs on your vest, on your inside your clothing, yeah, and doing an Allahu Akbar. Yeah? Bruv, do not allow these people, yeah, to infiltrate your mind. Don't allow it. So if you're asking me what side I'm on, I'm telling you what side I'm on, yeah, based upon my language right now. Based upon my verbiage, based upon my words right now. And if you got a problem with it, yeah, you ain't got a problem with what the words that I'm saying. You got a problem with me. Because nobody in their right mind, yeah, will give up their own identity, yeah? Give up their own identity, give up their own culture, give up their own, rulings and legislations, give up their own autonomy to be dominated by an imperial force, and you lot not even seeing it? You lot don't even realize there's a war going on, and you lot can't even see it? You don't even realize, yeah, that these people are colonizing your country, yeah, and you don't even see it? You don't even realize they're colonizing the whole of Europe, yeah, and you lot don't even see it until it's too late. Don't get it twisted, bro. Again, there ain't nothing wrong with Islam. Practice your Islam the best way you can practice your Islam. But understand there is an ideology, yeah, that's been seeping into Islam. Yeah? There's been an ideology that's seeping into Islam. And I'm saying, I shouldn't even say seeping into Islam. It's seeping into the Muslim Ummah, seeping into the Muslim community, and it's poisoning the people. And the result will be poison. The result is all these terrorist attacks that you're seeing taking place. And there is good Muslims out there. There's good Salafia Muslims out there, yeah, that's speaking up against it. Trust me. There's good Sunni Muslims out there that's speaking up against it. They can see what's going on. They can see the ideology, the poison that's poisoning the people. I'm there on the front line and I can see the poison that's infiltrating the minds of these people. Trust me. I'm speaking to brothers. They're like, brother, trust me, if you spoke to this person 5 years ago, 10 years ago, yeah, or 3 years ago even, completely different person. But what's happening? What is actually happening? There is a poison that's seeping into the community. And if you're not clocking that poison, and you don't see the poison, and you don't want to speak up against the poison is going to start poisoning you. The poison is going to start poisoning you. Don't get it twisted, yeah? There's bare Muslims out there, yeah, that's on this thing. But they're too scared to speak up. And I don't understand that. Stand up and be counted. You see me, yeah? That's what you don't want to realize, bro. I'm putting my life on the line every single time, yeah, I come out on road. Every single time I come out as Speaker's Corner. And the worst thing about it is, you know what the worst thing about it is? Yeah? I've got to be the most well-mannered person, yeah, speaking on Islam. You don't hear me cursing, denigrating, or saying anything bad or false here about the Prophet, peace be upon him and his family, upon the Quran, and upon Allah. And if you lot can't even stomach me and what I'm saying, and I'm trying to help you and speak in a positive light about Muslims, what chance here does here a white British person have speaking up against Islam and speaking about the atrocities that's taking place in the name of Islam? But I want to educate my white British here audience that this is not Islam. Islam is not what you're seeing. This, what you're seeing here, is a poison within inside of the Islamic or the Muslim community. And my Muslim community are not standing and banding together and being strong and being counted and showing that they're in resistance to it. And because they're not doing that, what's happening? They're all getting painted. Just a one broad stroke. And they're all being painted the same. No, they're not the same. They're absolutely not the same. And I'm even talking about what you consider as Wahhabism or Salafism. The same brothers inside there, their sheikhs all the way back here in Saudi Arabia is talking up against this. They're putting their own lives on their line here because they realize there is a poison. There is a literal poison that's infiltrating the ummah, infiltrating the community, and is breeding all of the terrorism that you're seeing today. This is not Islam. Listen to me clearly, but I'm still going to be in trouble. Listen to me clearly. I'm still going to receive death threats. Listen to me clearly. Clearly, this is not Islam. It's a poison that's seeped inside of the Muslim community. Listen to that carefully. Jesus. And you're going to ask me what side I'm on. Or I'm siding with the masters. Why are you protecting him? Why are you giving him security though for what? You saying you're a security man now, yeah? Or you saying you're a security man now? Listen. You don't know me, yeah, for how many years, yeah, I've been at Speaker's Corner. And you know, yeah, that I stand straight up, yeah, for truth, justice, yeah, and righteousness. I do not care about color. I do not care. Miss me with all that BS, bro. You lot might see me that I'm black and I'm happy to be African, happy to be black, happy to be British. I'm happy with all of those things, yeah? But does not mean I hate anybody outside of my race. I would not be speaking with you lot for so long if I hate anybody outside of my race, or anybody outside of my religion, or anybody outside of my creed, or whatever the case is, or our political affiliation. Listen, every single time, yeah, you lot watch the videos at Speaker's Corner. You see me, yeah, holding back, yeah, my Somali Muslims, yeah, when certain other people who are, what were they, Albanian or something, that are trying to fight them. This is a Muslim person and Somalian, and I'm trying to help them. You see me, yeah, when my Jewish brother Joseph Cohen, yeah, was being chased out of the park, and none of you guys were doing anything about it, yeah? And again, who's there to the rescue? Me, Big Bro, and a few other brothers. White Jewish person. Do you think I care about race? Do you think I care about religion and all them things there for me to stand up for somebody who don't even look like me or think like me? Fam. If your ideology is this, yeah, that you want to see harm on another human being, yeah, for simply because of their color of their skin, their political affiliation, or their religion, man, miss me. Walk far away from me. You're not part of me. You're not part of me. If you're an audience of Titans TV, unsubscribe if that's your ideology. If you want to bash Muslims, yeah, I will be on the front line, yeah, protecting my Muslim brothers. If you want to bash white people, I'll be on the front line, yeah, protecting white people. I do not stand for it. Full stop. Full stop. About, oh, you're doing security. Listen, where were you guys, yeah, when Shia Blade Runner, yeah, was being chased around the park? Where were you guys? But Callum's doing security. You're damn right I'm doing security. You're damn right. Damn right I'm doing security. No matter where it is, yeah, whoever it is, yeah, I'm going to do security. There's no way, yeah, I'm going to let... Look at it. Look how big... I'm not even mentioning no names. I don't want to mention nobody's names. But look how big the individual was that wanted to place hands upon, my Shia brother. Another Muslim wanted to place hands on another Muslim because he's Shia and because he said something about the other Muslim brother, which which whatever he said was wrong. Yeah? The bigger Muslim brother said something wrong, and the little Shia Muslim brother pulled him up on it. And then the brother wanted to put hands on him. Who am I supposed to protect in that situation? Leave them to it, bruv. Leave them to it. Right, they're not even black, fam. They're not even, one's Persian and one's Pakistani, bruv. Leave them to fight it, innit? Let them fight it out, innit? Let them fight it out. Oh, yeah, come on, mate. Look at that fucking Muslim scam, innit? That's what it is. It's Muslim scam. One fucking Muslim scam fight another Muslim scam. Let them fucking fight it out, mate. No. If you think like that, yeah, that is a poison in your head. That is a poison in your head, straight up and down, yeah? Everybody who's on this thing, yeah, I hope you are part of my tribe in the sense that you stand up for what's true and what is just. I hope you do that. I hope you do that. There was me, there was Gabs, yeah? There was Isa, there was another brother as well, yeah? It was like us four, maybe a fifth man that was with us. Black brothers, yeah? Muslim, all different type of ideologies. We're all different ideologies, but we will stand behind Shia Blade Runner Zayn. We will stand behind him. We will put ourselves in defense mode, bruv, yeah, and take wherever comes our way, yeah. Why? Because that's what it is to be human, fam. That's what it is to be human. That is what it is to have a soul. To see somebody else in danger, yeah, and put your own life on the line for them. Again, this is what I'm telling you guys, yeah. You lot need Jesus in your life. I'm being real. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you're a Muslim, bruv. Go and get some Jesus in your life, bruv. A man who's willing to lay his life down for...
Not Jizzy ass, that little wank stain. Fucking scamming little scumbag. Not that cunt.
Another human being, bro. That's what true love is. That's what true love is. Real talks. Real talks. Man, I don't care about all of that, fam. I don't care. Miss me with all your propaganda and stuff, bruv. Man deals with what is authentically true, bruv. Love, bruv. If you lot are not moving with love and truth, yeah, and honor and justice, yeah, you lot are not part of me, fam. Free yourself from me already, innit? Like, I don't care. You lot could unsubscribe, dislike me, hurl abuse at me, yeah, but I'm not for that, bruv. Trust me, 100%. So anyways, yeah, so you lot asking the question, should black people be for Tommy Robinson? Listen, I'm not going to tell anybody yet to support Tommy Robinson. I'm not going to tell anybody not to support Tommy Robinson. All I'm telling you guys to deal with, yeah, is information. Information. That's all we do, you know. Titans TV. Thought-provoking media. Thought-provoking media. That's it. We're dealing with up here. With thoughts. With ideas. If Tommy Robinson is for freedom of speech, and I am for freedom of speech, we have no distinction. We're all on the same, we're all moving towards the same thing. If somebody, because they're black, and they're Muslim, and they're literally of my own genetic makeup, i.e. they're my twin brother, and they're there to suppress freedom of speech, and they want to attack another human being, miss me. You're not off me again. You're not part of my tribe again. Regardless if we're genetically the same, regardless if we may even share the same religion, yeah, or anything like that, you are not off me. Trust me, I will free myself from you, yeah, in a heartbeat. Do not get it twisted. And that's what you guys don't realize. That's why you lot call me snake. Yo, he's a snake, he's a snake, he's a snake. Yo, that's what's, you know what snake is for us? It's called wisdom, fam. It's wisdom. Yeah? I'm not going to align myself here with falsehood. For those of you lot who believe in Judgment Day, yeah, and your God asks you, so what are you saying? On this day, did you align yourself with truth and justice? No, fam. Man, align myself with the brothers, isn't it? It's the brothers, fam. Man's got to stay on the side with the brothers, yeah. Is it? That's good for you, fam. Stay with your brothers. This is one of them higher lessons that I got taught, yeah. I got taught on American soil, bruv, yeah. I put it like that. Those of you lot who know, you lot know, yeah, about certain things. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to speak too much, you get me? Certain army bases. Y'all know certain things that we were taught, yeah? Do not follow friends. friends, yeah? If someone says, I'm your friend, follow me, run far away from it, yeah? Stay far away from it. Stick to your principles, yeah? Stick to your principles and stick to your commands and stick to what is true and just, because you can never go wrong that way. Never go wrong that way. Oh, man. So, yeah. I finished with my little rant right now, yeah. Finish with my little...
Hello.
Hello there, can I speak to Rick, please?
Hello. Hiya. You alright?
Hello, can I speak to Rick, please?
Yeah, it's Rick.
Oh, hello, Rick. How are you doing?
You alright?
You alright?
Yeah, who's that?
You don't know who it is, do you?
No. No.
Oh, right, okay, I'm really sorry. I'm from Wales, I am, Rick.
Alright, okay.
You alright?
You alright?
Sorry, I don't know. They're saying to call in, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be speaking about. No, it is, by the way. Sorry, I'm just a bit...
I know.
you know. Who's this dude
What
on
have you
this
on?
video?
Who is it? Titans TV. Callum. I
I've
can't
never heard of
remember.
it, to be fair.
Yeah. A lot of them.
I've just sort of come in. I'm just sort of catching up with. Whoops! I just tipped the milk in my coffee all over the work surface. I just sort of missed the live. So what's the live about?
What's that, sorry? The MEP thing, Tommy Robinson. Seems a
Right, yeah.
bit of a stir with it. I don't know.
Oh, well, I don't really think that anybody should be voting for these MEPs, to be fair.
No.
Because I think that it's just going to keep us in the European Union, and I don't really agree with that, to be fair. Because I think that leave means leave. And I had a conversation with my next door neighbour about this yesterday, and she's not really a political person. Sorry, I just got to stir my coffee. And she was saying that she thinks everybody in the UK that voted to leave should actually be suing their MPs because they've let us down massively.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't really know how we fare with that, to be honest. And it's not something I've looked into at the moment.
No.
But it might be something that is possible.
Yeah.
And if anybody's got any legal standing and knows anything about this, then, you know, there might be some leverage in it. I don't know. I don't know if Naomi would know anything or have any idea. But certainly it's you know, it's something that we could think about. But there's 650 of the buggers that are in Parliament that, you know, are doing the job that, or not doing the job that they should be doing, or they were elected to do, because they're certainly not the voice of the people.
Yeah.
And I think that the people need to get into lawful rebellion and stick it to them, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely.
If that's, well, that's my opinion anyway.
No, spot on, Joe. Spot on.
You know?
I agree.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just stepped on the dog. Poor little bugger. You know, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
And to find out today, or to see today, that Robin Tilbrook is also standing for MEP, considering that he was the one that was doing stuff against Parliament to fight to get us out.
Yeah.
It's almost like as if he's a little bit of a turncoat, isn't it?
I know what you mean.
I think we're being shafted, to be fair.
Yeah. Feels
I
like
think there needs to be a
catch-22,
massive
doesn't it?
uprising, and I think people need to get into lawful rebellion and go and shake the gates of Downing Street. Or the House of Commons, or Parliament, or...
Like anything, it needs numbers, or it's pointless, isn't it?
Absolutely so. There needs to be a massive uprising.
That's it.
And I think the quicker the better, to be fair, because the way it is, the way the situation is, I don't think anybody's getting anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're just going round and round and round in circles, and they're just taking the piss out of us.
Yeah.
And, you know, the information that Gordon has regarding all these MPs and, you know, governments and so forth and so forth.
Yeah.
If only people get behind it,
Yeah, yeah.
then I think we could make a massive difference.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, I've had a couple of sambucas tonight. I've been out tonight, so I'm a little bit worse for wear at the moment, and I'm just a little bit wonky.
No, sound fine.
If that's the right word.
No,
So,
sound fine.
but definitely,
Yeah.
you know, there needs to be something. We need to do something on mass,
Yeah,
because I don't think it's any good that there's a couple of people here, there, and everywhere doing something.
This is
I
it.
think
It
there
needs
to be
everybody. All the
big-
groups.
You are?
It needs all the groups.
Oh, there needs to be. People need just need to come together.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, regardless of colour, creed, race, religion,
Yeah.
sexuality,
yeah,
disability, so forth and so forth.
yeah,
I think people just need to get together and, you know, just look past the smaller things. Well, not smaller things to some people because they're massive, but just stand and unite together,
yeah,
and hopefully it'll make a difference. And the bigger the number,
yeah,
obviously the bigger the cause.
yeah, yeah.
You know?
That's it.
That's my opinion. Doesn't mean to say it's right. It doesn't mean to say I'm right.
No, I agree.
But the thing is, there's so many divides going on in amongst the movements.
Yeah,
You know, you've got little things branching people off here, there and everywhere,
yeah,
that the numbers are just dwindling,
that's it.
and that's what we need. People need to look past the smaller things
Yeah,
and look at the bigger picture.
yeah, yeah.
And the
that's
bigger
it.
picture is, if we don't unite and get together,
Yeah,
then we're all in the shit and we're all being shafted.
Yeah.
And there's no way back.
yeah, yeah.
You know, whether I'm on the button or not, I don't know, but that's just
No, it's it.
my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You know, you look at all these MPs
Yeah.
who have been in the press recently, who have not been honest about their rental, you know, property interests and
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
You know, they're claiming money through the taxpayers
yeah,
to pay for their properties,
yeah, yeah.
and they're not declaring it. And what's
Yeah.
that all about?
This is
These
it.
people are supposed to be working for us at the end of the day,
Yeah,
and all I see is they're working for themselves and lining their own lair,
yeah, yeah,
and they're not considering the people. There needs to be a clean sweep. Parliament needs to be, as a whole, disbanded, and we need a party for the people. And I don't think that's Conservative, Labour, Independent. I think there needs to be something new.
Yeah.
You know, whether that's something to do with the veterans or not.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know at the moment. I haven't quite got that far, you know.
No, no.
But there certainly needs to be something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
certainly. And with regards to the ideology
Yeah,
of Islam, I went to see somebody because we've had a car crash recently, and I went to see a doctor with my little person yesterday,
yeah,
and he was an Indian chap who was a Hindu,
Yeah.
and even he was saying that he's concerned about the situation with Islam.
yeah, yeah,
You know, scary times, and for somebody who is of Indian descent himself
yeah,
to say that, it's obviously really, really, really concerning.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
because he would know, obviously, probably better than myself, the situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, a lot of Hindus and Sikhs and whatnot, they're very open about it. If you ask them and you speak to them and whatnot, they are very open and very honest people.
Well, he was just saying yesterday that this guy, he was in his 60s, and he was
Yeah.
saying he came over to the UK in the 60s, and he
Yeah.
worked as a doctor,
Yeah,
and he was saying things were very different back in the 60s and 70s and 80s.
yeah,
But
yeah,
now, times have changed so much,
yeah,
and he says that, you know, we're in, his words were, it's scary times ahead. And
Yeah.
this guy is from Pakistan himself, you know, and
yeah,
kind of makes you realise when somebody of that descent is saying these things, how prevalent it is,
yeah,
that there are massive issues in the UK with immigration.
yeah, yeah,
You know, so we really need to do something. We really need to step up and Well, I don't know what the answer is. I wish I did have the answer. You know, only smarties have the answer. I wish I had the answer. I don't have the answer.
No.
But something needs to happen, and something needs to happen soon.
To me, it just needs to be more, you know, everyone's got to speak freely and not be, not be persecuted and called silly names, you know.
But the problem is there, political correctness has gone mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You can't have freedom of speech anymore.
No.
You know, you can't. Please, you know, I'm not personally. I'm not racist at all. And I don't have any issues with sexuality, disability, so forth and so forth. But there's certain things that you can't even say. And when I was a child, because obviously I'm in my mid-40s, you know, we used to collect, God, dare I say this, we used to collect tokens off Robertson's Jam to buy these little toys, or to collect these little toys. You can't even say that anymore. Political correctness has gone completely bonkers and completely off the wall. You know, what's the matter with people? You know, people are just, it's just that the whole world's gone mad. It has gone absolutely barking mad, and there needs to be a little bit more of a relaxed, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so that we can get life back to normality.
Yeah,
because the way things going, the way it is going, the changes that are coming and have been coming for the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years that I've noticed personally are shocking. Absolutely shocking. You know, I live in Wales and I worked in Cardiff on City Road when I was a bit younger, and it was predominantly a white area, and there were some multicultural shops along the City Road. Now you go down City Road and you very rarely see any white people. You know, so it just shows the situation of how many people are coming in and exactly what's happening and exactly how many people are taking over. You know, it's full of chicken shops and kebab shops and all sorts of things. And like I said, I'm not a racist, but when I notice that, you know, areas are being taken over, and this is in the last 10 years, it's a little bit scary considering I've got a little person and my little legs is, you know, not quite 10 years of age, and I think in another 10 years, how is it going to be then?
Yeah, that's it. It's just getting worse and worse each year. I mean, nobody's, you know, nobody's thought who's going to pay for all this, you know, influx of fresh migrants all the time. I mean,
but the thing is, according to, from what I've seen on, because I don't watch the television, and what I have caught up with on social media regarding the news and reporting, it seems to be that the UK government just wants an influx of anybody and everybody, and that the, dare I say it, that the white race is in genocide. And, you know, scary times ahead because, you know, the UK, Great Britain was Great Britain. We've got nothing great anymore. We've got no steel industry, we've got no mining, we've got no GPO for the telephones, Royal Mail has been sold off. We've got nothing sustainable anymore. You know, we rely on so many other countries for so many other things that actually it's quite scary. However, having said that, I do believe that even if we left the EU without a deal, I think that it would make Great Britain a strong country again, as long as the immigration was slowed down.
Well, yeah, and like in a point system like America and Australia.
Yes.
So
yeah, because people aren't allowed into Australia.
Well, there's
Come on. Sorry, I'm just on the garden with the dog. Come on, dog. Danny, come on. You know, Australia had the right idea, whereby you had to have a profession or a trade. Come on, Dan. Come on. to have a profession or a trade, to be able to get into the country. Unfortunately, Britain isn't like that, you know?
Yeah.
You've got some people coming over and dare I say it, they've got, you know, one man comes over and then brings 10 wives over, and the 10 wives are supported by, you know, the Department of Work and Pensions, etc.
Yeah.
And it's just draining our system.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with it.
Benefit shopping. I mean, if they was trying to escape war or whatever, they wouldn't have crossed so many countries. They're clearly benefit shoppers. That's what they are.
It's just wrong. It's just completely wrong. You know.
Yeah.
You know, we got our veterans and, you know, people of the UK who have worked the majority of their lives, who could be middle-aged or even in their late 50s, who are now looking at homelessness because of lack of employment or the lack of support. And same with the veterans, you know, people that served our country who are being left out in the cold and they're getting nothing. And yet you've got these other people coming in and taking the jobs and the properties. I know somebody recently down here who, in Wales, who had a divorce in his late 40s, went back to live with his dad, been living with his dad for the last 10 years. Dad developed cancer, dad died because he wasn't on the rent book as such, you know, on the tenancy for the council. The council gave him 7 days to move out.
Wow, yeah.
The guy had nowhere to live.
Yeah.
So this guy is now living on the street, having lost his home and all his possessions because he's got nowhere to store anything.
Yeah.
And there's no support whatsoever.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, bloody hell, what the hell is this all about?
Unbelievable.
Why isn't anybody stepping forward and saying, well, hang on a minute, you know, this is wrong.
Yeah.
And we need to do something about this, but it needs to be, it's no good just one person standing up and saying, hello, you know, this needs to change, we need to alter this.
Yeah.
It needs to be done en masse. You know, and I do believe personally that lawful rebellion is the way forward, and the Constitution.
Yeah.
You know, even though I don't know a great deal about the Constitution, or I'm still learning myself, I do believe that it is the way forward, and I do believe that it is the solution, and I do believe that the Dragons have the answer if only they could get the people behind them.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, there's a lot of people seem to be, you know, they want Sharia gone, but to me, the easiest thing to get rid of Sharia, if that's what you genuinely want, is common law and constitution. It is that simple, but there is people that are saying that they are for, you know, they want to get rid of Sharia, but they're not willing to at least, you know, even debate it. They're just saying that it's no, but to me, it's not, you know, anything should be explored and it should be debated.
Oh, absolutely. And I also think the problem is people are not ignorant, but they're uneducated with regards to constitutional rights and common law. And I think that the lives that Gary and Nathan done explaining lawful rebellion, I think there should be a lot more of that, because I think the UK as a whole, the general population, needs educating on exactly where we are and what we can do as a population, you know, because if every single person, or not every single person, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but if, you know, let's just say, I don't know, 7 out of 10 people went into lawful rebellion, looked at the constitutional rights and the common law, and had more of an understanding, then I think that we'd have better ground to do something on.
This is it. Yeah, bang on. I mean, to be fair, anybody that's out doing any actions, you know, if you're not actually in lawful rebellion, you know, you're not actually doing it lawfully, and you can be arrested, and they can issue Section 35 dispersal notices and all this. If you're in lawful rebellion, all these tools that they've got to get rid of you and dampen it down, you're taking that away from them. So I don't understand anyone that's doing actions but is not covered. To me, it's like driving your car with no insurance.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I mean, Angela Verdon, that lady, she does a superb job by sending the packs out and the information regarding television licence and going into lawful rebellion.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as cut and dried as it seems.
Yeah.
You know, so there needs to be a little bit more of an explanation. I think if there was a little bit more of an explanation, I think a lot more people would be doing it.
Yeah.
I had a visit quite recently from my local constabulary because we have locally to us an independent school.
Right.
Right? And this independent school has adolescents who are sex offenders and abusers of their own siblings. And they have social issues where they don't mix very well. And this school is local to us. Well, some of those students from that school decided to chase a 10-year-old child around the local Tesco Metro with a 4-inch blade.
Wow.
Right? And the staff of the local Tesco, this Metro thing, one of these little stores, had to lock her in the fridge to keep her safe. Wow. And there was quite a few posts on Facebook where people were saying, oh, we need a riot, we need this, we need that, they're paedophiles, they're this, that and the other. And the police rocked up at my front door. Yeah. And I told them I was going into lawful rebellion. Yeah, yeah. And they didn't have a clue what I was talking about.
No, a lot of them don't. I mean, it's a little mad with the police, but to be fair, I used to have a lot of police attention for action days, I'll call it, or whatever. And to be fair, I used to get harassed. I would say harassed. So as soon as I went into lawful rebellion, it all stops just like that straight away. So
the thing is, see, Rick, right? I've got a miscarriage of justice case, right? Yeah. And speaking to different people, what I'm bringing forward, and I've been working on for the last God knows how long, is been hard work. Yeah. But the old Bill, they don't like me because they know I've got them banged to rights. Yeah. Yeah. And it's just a case of getting it all into place, which is something I'm working on, and collating and putting all the evidence and the information together. Mm-hmm. Well, if I'm in lawful rebellion, they ain't going to be able to pick on me. They ain't going to be able to pull me over. I haven't stopped checking my car for over 6 years. Yeah, yeah. But I know as soon as this goes live, which is with my MP, and it's just a case of getting it with the old Bill, I know I'm going to get targeted. Yeah, yeah. But being in lawful rebellion is going to make such a difference to that, because it's not going to give them the opportunity to pull me over for these dodgy spot checks that, it's just an inconvenience. Yeah, yeah. And these are the things that people need to understand, because when I said to the police officers, I'm going into lawful rebellion, I'm in the process, she sort of said to me, she looked at me and she said to me, well, what's that? This is something they should be aware of. Yeah, yeah, this is it. But they just haven't got a clue, and this is the thing. I think the police are as uneducated as some of the population are, and I think education is the way forward. They say knowledge is power, and I truly believe it. The more knowledgeable we are. So if Angela or Gary and Nathan or yourself, can do a video or something that can be shared and stuck online, which is like an A, B, and C, then it'll make it a lot more easier for people to get into lawful rebellion, and numbers should grow. Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. Step by step kind of instructions, isn't it? Absolutely. So, just do this is the form, this is what you need to do. You need to colour your finger in red. You need to do this. You need to do that, and get it done. Because I think this is the thing. It's when you look at it, it doesn't look, even though it is straightforward, it doesn't actually look straightforward initially when you look at it. Yeah, yeah. And I think this is what puts people off. Yeah. So if it was something that was done by a step-by-step guide, I think a lot more people would probably follow the lawful rebellion route. Yeah, definitely. And not sort of think, how do you, how don't you? And then go from there. I mean, when the police officer said to me, what's lawful rebellion, to be quite fair, I was gobsmacked. My chin hit the floor. I was like, what? Common law? You don't know what common law is? Yeah, this
is it? It's quite scary.
It is scary.
All they
It
know
is
is
scary.
acts and statutes. This is the problem for them. Once you're in lawful rebellion, you're not interested in the slightest in their acts and statutes. So that's where their problem comes in, because anything that they're spouting is of no consequence to you whatsoever. So
well, this is the thing. When they came to visit, basically there was this regarding this independent store. There was a post put on that there was going to be a protest, and somebody was saying let's riot, and let's do this, let's do that. So I intervened and said, hang on a minute. What you need to do is have a football of traffic on the pavement across the gate, and then the vehicles can't turn in, and a pedestrian on foot has precedence over a vehicle. Yeah, and that is within the insurance, under the Association of Chartered Insurance Institute. So therefore, if you've got 20 people who are walking back and forth across those gates, there's nothing anyone can do. And I added to that and said, if people are in lawful rebellion, no loss, no harm, no injury, no fraud, then nobody's got anything to act. The police came to see me and knocked my door before they went to see the person who was actually the author of the post.
Wow.
Which they had no business doing.
No.
Which is something I took up with my local authority and sat 4 hours in the police station and give them a bit of a grueling about, But these are the things that they should be aware of, like everybody else.
Definitely.
So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I do believe the Constitution, common law, is definitely a big part of it.
Yeah, definitely do. Definitely.
So I don't know. Sorry if I'm talking a bit wobbly.
No.
But hey ho, there you go.
No.
Shit happens, doesn't it? But I do believe that there needs to be a massive change, and it needs to come soon, because if it doesn't come soon, I think we're all lost. I think we're all going to be shafted. Even though we're being shafted already by all the MPs and things that are within this tyrannous government as it is. The information that Gordon Bowden's got. On people like Amber Red, Tony Blair. Why the hell are these people not being held accountable?
This is what annoys me, because we've got all these things around us, we've got all these groups, and then we've got, in my eyes, 80% of people which are not in any group whatsoever. They're not on the left, they're not on the right, and they can see problems and they want change. To me, it just needs to be open discussion, figure things out, get a plan together, and let's all unite on that one issue.
Absolutely so. I totally agree with you. People need to unite together. We need to, I say silly little arguments and silly little differences, and I don't mean things like King Krusty. But the sillier things, the smaller things, people need to look past that and look at the bigger picture. It's not us that it's going to impact upon. It's going to be our children and our grandchildren and generations to follow. I want to be one of these people who stands up and says, well, actually, I wasn't violent. And I tried my best.
Exactly.
I don't want to be one of these people who are sort of rolling over and having their belly tickled and just going along with those that are still sleeping.
Exactly.
People need to wake up, and they need to wake up fast, and it's just not happening quick enough. There needs to be something. And I don't know what the answer is. I just wish that there was something that people would realise and recognise. And say, well, actually, we have got an issue. And we have got an issue. There's a massive issue. And I don't see that Great Britain as a country anymore is great.
That's it.
It's just Britain, and that's where we're at.
That's it.
So, that's just my opinion,
I think everybody puts too much faith in, just one person, whether it's Tommy or Anne-Marie Waters or whoever it is that, Gerard Batten, whoever people choose to, I think they just put all, a lot of faith in just that one person. It needs to be all of us, or it's pointless. It really is pointless.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy, with regards to Tommy Robinson, I've watched Tommy sort of in the background for quite a long time.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of stuff I agree with.
Yeah.
But the announcement yesterday, in all honesty, completely floored me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then today, to see that Robin Tilbrook is running for MEP as well.
Yeah. That's
you know, what the hell is this all about? You know,
it's very strange, isn't it? I mean, Robin Tilbrook's got that case going, hasn't he? That apparently they want £1.2 million for.
Yes.
That's what they want to raise. I mean, to me, doing them two things that he's doing are contradicting each other. For
Absolutely
a start,
so. Totally agree with you.
I can't understand why he don't drop the MEP thing and focus on the case. You know, like, let's all get behind the case, but drop the MEP rubbish.
And the thing is, he's asking, there's people like Graham Moore asking for donations towards the legal case of things. Well, what's it all about?
Well, I've spoke to Tony Bugle about it, because she was doing the same as Graham, you know, supporting Robin Tilbrook. She says she's known him for a while, and he's a good guy and all this kind of thing. But this was before I knew he was an MEP, or he's trying to be an MEP. So I will have to have another chat with her at some point, but there is conflict in both camps of who's collecting the money for.
Conflict of interest there.
Well, it's just for who's collecting money as well.
You can't, on one hand, ask the general population for donations to fight something. And then on the other hand, you know, by going for MEP, then it doesn't fit to me. It's a jigsaw piece that doesn't fit in the right place. You know, so there's definitely massive issues. We've definitely, as a country, got massive issues, and you know, there needs to be an uprising, and people need to unite, and they need to come together, and it needs this government needs to be overturned. You know, Theresa May, I wouldn't wipe the floor with her, to be honest. You know, she's you know, and you know, those other people have got their faith in Jeremy Corbyn. Well, again, having been part of Pandora's box, you know, there's information and things that I'm aware of regarding Jeremy Corbyn. I don't think he's the right man for the job either. And to be quite frank with you, I don't think there's anybody who, in the running or is attempting to run, is worthy of the job. You know, there needs to be somebody at ground level that understands the word and the voice of the people to stand for the people. You know, and not just what they think that the people want, you know, because, you know, look at the situation with the Department of Work and Pension. You know, look at all these things that are coming out. You know, people that are starving and are dying left, right and centre because they're having all these back-to-work interviews and they're on death's door. You know, it's just all wrong. It's all wrong. It's just all wrong, and it really, really, really gets my back up, and it really, really annoys me. You know, and but, again, I don't know what the answer is. I wish I had the answer to say, well, if we done this X, Y, and Z, then this would be the way forward. But I do believe that the Constitution and common law is a big part of it. If only people understood the situation.
Well, even Tony Bugle, I mean, I know she's not she's not too sold on the common law thing, but maybe she's just not too clear on things. But even she agreed that our constitution would come well before, you know, and would replace Sharia. You know, Sharia is unlawful, and I think everyone agrees on that. I imagine the average person in the street would obviously want common law over Sharia law, but to me, that's all we need to do. We just need to, you know, make some common goals, you know, that we can at least.
But another problem we've got there is in Chequers. I think there's something like, please don't quote me here because you know, again, wonky this evening. I think there's something like 38 bars in Chequers. as in, you know, alcohol bars, serving bars, and they banned alcohol on the basis that there were too many sexual advances and so forth, so they banned alcohol. And actually, that's not the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is, Checkers was sold under Sharia bond.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and Sharia bond is no alcohol.
Yeah, yeah.
But why aren't the government being honest with us, the people, as to the true situation?
Yeah.
You know, because we, at the end of the day, the taxpayers, pay their salaries, and they're supposed to work on our behalf.
Oh, yeah.
And when you look at it, we couldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's just not right. It's really not right. It really gets my back up. It really winds me up. You know, my heckles stand up on end, and I think to myself, for God's sake, you know, when's somebody going to wake up and smell a coffee?
I think people think if anything's important, they'll put it on BBC, and that's how they find out. Do you know what I mean?
Please don't. I mean, it was only up until, I think it was February this year. You know, I paid my TV licence every year, even though I don't watch television.
I've never paid
because I had a TV that was in my living room or my lounge, like an ornament. You know, because I was a bit scared and didn't want to be caught without a TV licence for having a TV that was capable of receiving a signal. You know, not anymore.
No, that's it.
You know, not anymore. People need to stand up to it because at the end of the day, BBC, all they do is television.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's programming. That's why they call television program.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, for a reason. People only go to Google this and or not even Google. You know, I don't even use Google. It's DuckDuckGo.
Yeah.
To have a look for information and see the bigger picture.
Yeah,
you know, BBC, it's a shambles. It's an absolute shambles.
Yeah, that's it.
There's so many truths that they're aware of that they don't report.
Yeah, it's just propaganda.
Why not?
Just fake
because they don't believe
propaganda
it's in the public interest.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but really, actually, if you look at the bigger picture, it is in the public interest. But the problem is, it's going to hit so many people in their pocket, and it's going to make their lives uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to see these MEPs and these MPs, etc. You know, live on a benefit handout of what people get if they're on universal credit, because it's not a great deal of money.
No.
You know, I don't know exactly, or even unemployment benefit, which is what, 90 quid a fortnight, maybe.
Right.
You know, I don't even know if it's that amount of money. I'd like to see them survive on it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know?
That's it.
It makes me sick. It absolutely makes me sick. And maybe something like remember when all these billboards went up about the Vatican put all billboards up about the name, I think it was.
Right.
I think there needs to be something that, you know, if somebody made a GoFundMe page and asked for people to give just £1 each or something, and there was quite a few people, if they could be billboards put up about Constitution and common law, and people would understand maybe, or even saying, Paul, what's that about? And DuckDuckGo and have a look and get a bigger awareness and a bigger knowledge. Because again, knowledge is power.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and the pen at the end of the day is mightier than the sword.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
just trying to get everyone on the same page, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, it is. People are ignorant, that's the problem. You know, people get up, they go to work, go to work for 8 o'clock in the morning, they come home at 6 o'clock in the evening, spend 2 or 3 hours, and then they go to sleep, and then it's the same monotonous routine.
Yeah.
You know, pension ages are getting bigger, so people are having to work longer for less money. You know, why? Because the government are asset stripping the money out of us and making life more difficult. It's just not on, it's not fair. There's just so many things. People are waking up slowly, but slowly isn't any good. It needs to be a here and a now situation. You know? So, maybe you should have a chat with Tony Bugle and find out the situation.
Yeah, I will do. I mean, when I spoke to it was literally just to find out about what this case was about, and if it was worth, anything to anyone, or if it was just a distraction. But she seems to think it's It's got credibility. I think it was some form of judge has overlooked it, and he reckons it's got a good case to win. But obviously, once you find out that he's trying to be an MEP, it kind of cancels each other out. I personally, I mean, I don't know, but I personally would have thought the best thing would be to drop the MEP thing and just let's all get on the court case, and let's, you know, if it's winnable, then let's all get behind it and win.
But the other thing is that we've got to think about the corrupt court.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, they want
because
£1.2 million.
I've been helping a guy. I won't name him, but I've been helping a guy for a while who's had a situation with some bailiffs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and the situation with the bailiffs are that it's gone through the court process.
Yeah.
But it's turned out that the judge is bent, and the High Court Enforcement Officer, whose name are on these writ of possession, ceased being a High Court Enforcement Officer 2 months before these writs were issued.
Wow.
but nobody wants to deal with the situation. And there's this chap that I've been helping who's lost 10 or more thousand quid, which actually would make some people bankrupt, and it's just not fair. And even though he's got all the evidence, and it's all bang to rights, and it's all there in black and white, the judge, who is not straight, is being a gatekeeper.
Right, yeah.
And stopping these things happening. Well, these people need to be eradicated. Not eradicated, that's a bit of a strong word. But they need to be true and just to their oath.
Yeah.
You know, because these are the things that they signed up for, was truth and justice.
Yeah.
And actually, that's not the case.
No.
You know, it's frustrating. It really, like I said, excuse my language, but it really pisses me off, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, my God, when my daughter's 9 at the minute, you know, another 10 years, what's the situation going to be like for her?
Well, this is it, This is it. And then their kids, it's
Absolutely so.
Yeah.
Absolutely so. And this is where I think that people who don't understand what Gordon Bowden is doing, really need to get behind him and understand it. Yes, I know it's long-winded, but at the end of the day, that man has so many answers to so many issues and so many problems that we have as a country. If he had the support, I think it'd make a massive difference. You know, and it's all very well and easy for me to say that because I understand the situation. And, you know, I see it all as being part of Pandora's. If people saw the bigger picture and what he was actually doing and how much integrity that man has, you know, I think things could change massively. But if we don't act as a country soon, I think it's going to be too late.
I have to get him to ring in, Joe.
Have to get him to ring it. Well,
probably a bit
well,
late.
I can pose the question, Rick, but I can't answer that for him. You know. Gordon doesn't really.
No.
You know, he's hard. He's working away hard on some stuff at the moment, which I'm aware of. Which again is for the greater good of the country. But it's a slow process. You know, he's got the Financial Conduct Authority, bang to rights, as well as the Serious Fraud Office. You know, but it's just getting out there, and we are, you know, we are working on these things, and things are progressing. But we don't post everything that's happening because people won't understand it until something positive happens. You know. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what the situation is. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go now and let somebody else have a call in and drink my cup of coffee and
nice one for calling in, Joe.
You what? Sorry.
Nice one for calling.
Yeah, no worries. I'm sorry if I'm rambling a bit.
No.
It is what it is. You know. You know. It's it frustrates the hell out of me, and I just wish, like I said, that there was something I could do. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I know I'd try and make some big changes, but you know, you've got to be in it to win it, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm not in it, you know? Because at the end of the day, that's just another bloody swindle that takes money and lines other people's pockets.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's all wrong. As a country, it's all wrong. There needs to be massive changes. I don't know what the answer is. And, you know, whether it's this veteran thing or not, I don't know. I just hope and pray that something changes and something changes soon.
That's all we can do. Hope everyone gets the shit together in it and gets on the same page.
Yeah. But I've got to say to Gary and Nathan and yourself, you know, the awareness that you're trying to bring is second to none, and you know, you just got to keep on going.
Nice one, thank you.
No worries. You take it easy.
Thank you for ringing in, Joe. Thank you.
You take care.
Same
Speak
to you.
soon.
Alright, stay safe.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice one, Joe.
Rant, unless you lot have got something to say to me that you lot think I should address, yeah, speak now or forever hold your peace, baby. Speak now. So family members, yeah, if you lot are tuned in right now, yeah, please hit up the like button, hit the share button, let everybody know we're here, we're live right now, and you know, we're going in, baby. We're going in, okay? We're going in. So I'm just gonna read your comments. Let's see. Okay, for some of you guys here, you're new to my channel. You're new to my channel. What I need you guys to do, yeah, is just simply tag Titans TV, okay? Simply tag Titans TV, right? Tag Titans TV, okay? And post your question or comments, okay? Post your questions or comments. Malik Karumala says, do not link up with Tommy Robinson. Give me a reason why I should not link up with Tommy Robinson. I'm not saying that I am linking up with Tommy Robinson, but give me a reason, okay? You look, nobody can't feed me like narratives. Don't do this. Yes, sir. Yes, Mazzer. Yes, Mazzer. I'ma listen to you, Mazzer. Now that is slave mentality. That is slave mentality. You lot here who are calling other people slaves, you lot don't even understand the irony of it. You lot really don't understand the irony of it. Let's continue. Let's see. Okay, Salahuddin Al-Maghribi says, trying to justify how you jumped in euphoria when you saw Tommy. Everyone has lost their respect for house Negroes like you, Sarah, and Robert, who were sucking up to your white slave masters. This is from Salahuddin Al-Maghribi. Just listen to the comments. I don't even need to address that. But listen to the comments, okay? Listen to the comments. And they want to call other people racists. You lot have stereotyped, you have come with your racial prejudices, yeah? And you lot don't even understand that you lot got a sickness. You lot don't even understand. All right, let me see. So, Okani JMCA, is she a Blade Runner okay? Yeah, my brother is okay. She a Blade Runner is all right. The family's looking after him. Family's looking after him. That's what I'm going to say. The family's looking after him. And another note, yeah, my Shia family, yeah, have seen the madness, yeah? And I'm going to be real with you, yeah? They're infuriated, yeah, with the madness. They're actually infuriated with that madness. If you lot seen, I might even drop the scene. I'm not going to do it now, but I should drop it for you, yeah? So you can see, yeah? And I'm going to say this, Sunnis, yeah? Sunnis. I'm not saying that you lot are all bad. I'm saying, yeah, hold yourself and your community responsible. I'm not saying you lot are bad or nothing like that, yeah, don't get it twisted. I'm saying those individuals were part of the Sunni community who were chasing him. You saw the numbers of people chasing him across the park. It literally looked like a scene, yeah, out of World War Z, where enough zombies, yeah, are just chasing a man. That's what it looked like. You lot need to check yourselves, okay? And check the people that are part of your community that done something like that, because they let you guys down. K. Murphy Christian Apologetics says, my commandment is to love my God and love my neighbor. Great speech, by the way, Titans. Love you, my brother. Let's quickly see. Let's just quickly see. Nikki Dudley says, Tommy has always supported black people. He's a great man. GMS says Callum is a yes man. Really? If I was a yes man, you would not be upset with what I've got to say. If I was a yes man, yeah, I would be on you man's agenda. If I was a yes man, and if I couldn't think for myself, and I carried on with groupthink. That's why I don't like being part of any group. Full stop. Because you have to think like the group. We study this intensely. It's called groupthink. Go read it. Go research it. And research cognitive dissonance to understand, yeah, what type of sickness, yeah, mental illness that you guys are suffering. That's all I need you guys to do. Let's continue seeing. Dougal Media says, Count Dankula has just been found guilty for hate for making a joke. Hashtag free speech. Wow. Wow. Okay, wow. We'll discuss that later on. We'll discuss that later on still. Let's see. Yeah. Princess. Princess, yeah. Let's quickly see. Daniel Halawi says, thank you for speaking the truth. There should be more people like you. Salute. Times TV, future of Islam. Listen, as long as my good Muslim brothers and sisters stand up and be counted and let their voice be heard, Islam has a positive future. Or should I say the Muslim community has a positive future. But if they keep on remaining silent, I'm scared, okay? I'm going to be real with you, yeah? I'm scared. I'm actually fearful, yeah, for my Muslim community. You already know that I love my certain brothers. Sunni Dawah team, Salafi brothers, Shamsi, my brother Shamsi, me and my brother Shamsi, we made up the other day, still no homo, you get me, bromance, yeah? That's my brother right there. I told any man already, yeah, man will put myself in danger for that brother right there. That's one of the realest still. He holds on to principles, regardless if we disagree or not, and he may say it's some madness, yeah, in the heat of the moment, yeah? Like, he's the realest. Trust me, he's the realest. Don't ever get that twisted. Yeah, we might clown, we might do madness, but certain men are realists. So certain Salafi man them, yeah, Sunni Dawah team, and what them man there, yeah, realist brothers, yeah, Shia brothers, yeah, Raza, Zayn, Said Ali, yeah, them man there, realist brothers. You get me? Man like Saracen, yeah, realist brothers, Joe Haslam, realist brothers. Enough brothers, yeah, that are so real. Let's quickly see. Bro, if you know, can you explain to me? I'm not even going to go and talk of those things there. And you see, if I was a yes man yet again, yeah, certain talks that I'm talking, and I'm praising Islam, you think certain people on here would like them type of talks if I'm a yes man? Really? If you think I'm a yes man, you think they like it? Bro, certain people, yeah, are so anti-Islam, yeah, that they hate anybody speaking anything positive about Islam or certain Muslims. They hate it. But yeah, I'm a yes man. See, I don't give a crud, bruv. I just speak from my heart on what's true. Real talks. Raj says, free speech is what Sunday was about. There was racists there, but Tommy Robinson is not one. He had to talk at Speaker's Corner, otherwise free speech would have died. Big Bro, Callum were on the right side. Alright. Let me quickly get to it. Times TV, if you are for freedom of speech, I'm with you. Sells all that and then some. That's right. You know? Listen, family, yeah. Put away idol worship. Yeah. Put away idol worship. Like, listen, Tommy Robinson, yeah, is only a man. He is only a man. Men come, they go. They rise, they fall. Are you with me? And if your backing is just behind the man, you're gonna be in for, yeah, a mad turbulence. Yeah, your heart is gonna hurt you. Yeah, you're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna be angry. Do not stand behind a man simply because, yeah, he is a man. Do not do it. Reach for higher ideals. Yeah, back ideas. Yeah, Tommy Robinson. The tagline was this. Yeah, they can ban the speaker, but they cannot ban the speech. Correct way of saying it is, they can stop the speaker, but they cannot stop the speech. Understand that. If you're just backing Tommy because he's Tommy, he's just a speaker. Speakers come and go. I'm gonna come and go. But the values and the ideals and the aims and the objectives and the vision, that is what you should be banding behind. That's the banner that you should be banding behind. Nothing else. Miss everything else. We're only human. We're going to slip up. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to fall. Do not back us because we are personalities that you see on YouTube or you see in the newspapers or see on TV or media or hear on the radio. Do not back us because of that. Back us based upon what we stand for. That's it. That's what you need to back us for. Okay. Let me just get through the end of this real quickly. I realize that you lot have just dropped loads of messages, so I'm going to try to skim all the way down and see. I saw one of my brothers. Did I see one of my brothers' posts? Okay, no, I didn't. All right, let me just quickly see. Again, no, I'm not going to see certain things. I'm not talking Igbo. I'm not going to talk about still. I'm not going to talk about. Don't think what we're talking because he's for hate. Okay, see, good talk here. Upful Soul says, don't team up with Tommy because he's for hate speech, not free speech. He wants ethnic cleansing in the UK. That's his real agenda. Don't fall for the coon think, laugh my ass off. Okay, now I want you to, if he does do any hate speech, point it out. You already know me already. I'm going to critique it. Listen, and this is why I think, Tommy, out of anybody else who came to you and smiled at and shaked hands that you lot are being upset with, he came to me and he shook my hand. I didn't extend my hand to shake my man's hand, He extended his hand to me, and shook my hand and smiled, And that was a moment of understanding. The reason being is this. I have praised Tommy Robinson. Granted, you've heard me praise Tommy Robinson. Was that because he's Tommy Robinson? No. It was based upon what? It was based upon what? His conduct, his values, his ethics, the way he thought and cared for another human being. I praised him based upon that. And some of my community members lost their goddamn minds because I said salute to Tommy Robinson. Because I said that. But you guys at the same time saw this individual has a problem. Yeah? I know all of you are going to be, but I don't know the you that you're talking about. I'm talking about the community members that are surrounded by him. And you don't see it on a day-to-day basis. You see that certain people, have mental illnesses, okay? But you don't say nothing. You don't speak to these individuals. You don't try to console them. You don't have dialogues with them, yeah? But what did Tommy do? Tommy, in that split moment, had the understanding, that this individual was not quite right. He talked it out with him. He got him the help that he desperately needed. He stopped the youth from being maltreated. And you lot don't want me to salute him for that? Is that how much hatred you lot have in your hearts and your eyes for Tommy Robinson that you can't even see past? You can't even see the goodness that he did in that moment. You can't even see that he potentially saved lives. He potentially saved lives. That man, that boy, that guy was talking about murdering people, killing people, doing all sorts of madness to Tommy's family, to his wife, to his children. And he had the discipline to do something like that for that individual. But no, you shouldn't support Tommy Robinson, though. You shouldn't do it, though. You shouldn't do it. So I should support you that left him alone. That didn't do nothing for, listen, we're all living in the UK, We're all living in the UK. And maybe because you have not been affected, by terrorism. You have not been affected, by somebody in your family or close to you that have lost a life, because somebody wanted to run somebody over. Based upon some political idea or religious idea. You haven't lost nobody's life yet. Somebody hasn't been lost because they just cut man's neck open or stab man in the streets or blow themselves up. You lot have not experienced that. So therefore, Bun Tommy Robinson, innit? Bun Tommy Robinson. Huh? It's until something happens to you and your family, you got to understand, that Tommy actually has a point. Tommy is actually making sense. We need to discuss these issues. We need to bring my Muslim community together. We need to bring the British community together, and we need to have dialogues. We need to understand what are the issues, what are the concerns, what are the problems, okay? What can we do? What strategies can we put into place? What procedures and policies can we put in place to stop this, to avoid this from ever happening again, to make sure that we can have a peaceful coexistence? You lot not thinking about solutions. You lot just simply thinking about hate. And you want to call Tommy a hate preacher or a hate speaker? You don't want to call him a hate speaker for identifying a problem and bringing it to the forefront of the world. This is interesting, you know. This is actually interesting. He wants to ethnically cleanse the UK. Bruv, I listened to it. Man saying, when Sarah was talking about I'm for the betterment of black people, Tommy's like, I'm for the betterment of British people. Tommy and Sarah's like, I'm for black people. No, I don't think of it like that. I don't think about black or white. I'm just in it for British people. I'm standing for British values. That's it. As long as you're British, yeah, and you're law abiding, I'm for you. That's what Tommy's saying. But you lot are confused in your head. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Anyways, let me come off this, man. I've been here for way too long. Let's quickly get through all of it. Again, I'm apologizing if I don't get all of your questions answered on here. Simply just tag Titans TV. Again, yeah, if I don't see it, I'm going to try to rewatch the video, yeah, and see what you lot are dropping. Or otherwise, after this video is finished, please, you know, in the comment section, just drop some comments in there and I'll try my very best to actually, you know, reply to them, okay? I'm going to try my very best to reply to them. Let's see. I said before, baby, Ibo Kwenu. Hey, Ibo Kwenu. What do you think of the end now? Okay. See, certain things I don't address, I don't want to address, because I don't want other people to see the nonsense here that's going on at Speaker's Corner, and they will have some madness in their eyes and their hearts here that they want to come down and deal with certain individuals. I don't want to address certain things, okay? I hear you. Let me just quickly see what I just saw. Nikki Dudley, I hear you, but I'm not going to read it out because I'm not trying to raise any tensions right now, okay? Let's quickly see. And I see you, already, you know, you who've got super in your name, I've seen you already, and I've seen already. I don't need to address it, okay? Massive amount of respect to you. Great channel and content. Keep doing what you're doing, says J124. All right, salute to you guys, okay? What I'm going to ask you guys to do, if you love what we're doing here at Titans TV, simply support us, okay? Simply support us. Of course, you lot can, you know, hit the super chat button and go to your Patreons and PayPals and GoFundMe and all them things there to support me, okay? But I know some of you guys don't have the funds or the resources to do that, so I'm not even going to ask you to do that. All I simply ask you guys to do is hit the like button. Hit the like button, okay? That's the form of showing your support, okay? Hit the share button. That's the form of showing your support. Comment on here, have some interactions on here, literally ask me questions, tell me this is the person I want to see on Titans TV. Remember, Titans TV is not about me, Callum. It's not about me. It's definitely not about me. 100%. It's 100% not about me. It's about you guys. That's why we call it Titans TV. Titans, plural, S, meaning we want intellectual giants to come onto our platform to present their ideas, to present their information, to present their worldview, to present things here, critical information that's going to be affecting our community. Give us some solutions. Identify the problems for us. Let us have some debates. Let's have some conversation about these issues. That is what we're here for. We're here to open up dialogue, okay? So if you're here for that and you want to support that, please hit the subscribe button as well and support us, okay? Support us. Somebody says here, Callum is on a money-making scheme, says Isa Hassan. Listen, I'm going to be real with you guys, yeah? Can I be real with you for one hot second? For one hot second? One hot second, yeah. All right. Let me tell you something. After leaving uni, yeah? Before leaving uni, okay? Before leaving uni, yeah, I was, you know, headhunted or scouted, okay, to work for one of the biggest investment companies in the world. Yeah, you could say that. Goldman Sachs, anyway. I'll just say the name. I'll just name drop real quickly. Okay? And you know what? And they were offering me some hell amount of good money. Hell amount of good money. I'll let you know that from now. Hella good amount of money. You know what I said? And you know what I looked at? I was like, how many hours a day do I have to work? How many days a week do I have to work? How do I get to fit all of my other extracurricular activities in? You know what? I love it. I love the opportunity. I love the way that you could mold me as a leader and all them things there and all of the perks that you're offering and, jumping from an analytics and I said, yeah, I like that. But it's not all about the money, babes. It's not all about the money. It's not all about the money. And maybe back then I was making a good money, in my own way. I'm a businessman. I'm a straight entrepreneur. Is that real? Okay. And I turned that down. And I've always dedicated, my money, my resources, and my intellect for the betterment, of my tribe. Okay? For the betterment of my tribe. And I say tribe, it's got nothing to do with just, what country or nationality or the subset that, my physical genetical tribe is made up. I'm talking about the people that have the same ideas or same thoughts or the same grounded center as me in their heart, in their ethics themselves, in their intellect as mine. I've always done for those individuals. You dig what I'm saying? I've put money in, I've invested money in, to see, make sure that the youths are well looked after, well catered for. That's what I do with my own money, my own resources. You don't want to talk to me about money. This is money. Do you know? Again, you don't even realize the half of it. How much money I have to apply into this. How much job or business opportunities, I miss out on simply because I come here to feed you guys with information. You don't understand that. And I don't get the support that other big media outlets get or religious organizations get. I'm not funded. I'm not supported by anybody like that. You dig what I'm saying? And all the donations that you see come through on my channel, you can see it live right now. Look, there's £17 that's been donated. Bruv, £17. £17. Come on. I can be doing something else, and making more than £17 an hour. And you want to tell me this is for money? Really? Really? You lot are buzzing, bruv. You lot are really, really buzzing, I don't think you lot understand. You lot really don't understand, You lot really don't understand where I've come from, and the type of money that I've seen in my life, and how much money, that I normally would be making, But I'm cutting that short, just to be here, supporting you guys. And just so, that I don't want to... Listen, I want a better future for my family, I really do. I really do. I've got a beautiful son, I got a beautiful son. And I'm scared for my son. I'm literally petrified for my son. I do not want him to be growing up here in no mad street gang culture. I don't want that for my child. I don't want police brutality for my child. I don't want him to feel and think as though he's not free, that he cannot express himself. I do not want him to be fearing terrorist attacks any moment. I don't want him to be fearing what's going on in our UK government based upon their foreign policy, that something will happen over here with him. I don't want him to feel as though he doesn't have the freedom to travel wherever he wants to travel. My son travels. He traveled more than I traveled as a child. He goes on at least 3 holidays a year. He's seen the world. And I do not want that to be cut short from him. Best that be known. Best that be known. But anyways, I'm talking way too much. I'm getting real too personal. I shouldn't be dropping all this information to you guys. But anyways, salute to you guys. I love you guys, Again, simply support us.
Alright people, if anyone wants to ring in, or if not, I'm going to cut it short.
liberals need to stand up for liberal principles. This is what I said on last week's show. Obviously, I got a lot of hate for it, but all I'm saying is that liberal principles like freedom of speech, freedom to practice any religion you want without fear of violence, freedom to leave a religion, equality for women, equality for minorities, including homosexuals. These are liberal principles, but then when you say in the Muslim world this is what's lacking, then they get upset.
They'll criticize white theocracy, they'll criticize Christians. When you want to talk about the treatment of women and homosexuals and free thinkers and public intellectuals in the Muslim world, I would argue that liberals have failed us. And we have been sold this meme of Islamophobia, where every criticism of the doctrine of Islam gets conflated with bigotry toward Muslims as people.
Right.
And that is it's intellectually ridiculous.
Because it's the only religion that acts like the mafia, that will fucking kill you if you say the wrong thing, draw the wrong picture, or write the wrong book.
So when I say there's a Muslim problem in the world, I basically say, why don't the good Muslims, that I believe outnumber the bad Muslims probably 8 or 9 to 1, or more, why don't they, the Muslim community throughout the world, speak out more forcefully against the jihadists?
Well, there's something out there that brings a level of hostility that I've never seen in any religion. I mean, you can say what you want about the Quran, you can say what you want. There's something there. There is tremendous hatred, and tremendous hatred of us. The Quran is very interesting. A lot of people say it teaches love, and there's something there that teaches some very negative vibe. There's a lot of hatred there someplace. Now, I don't know if that's from the Quran. I don't know if that's from, someplace else. But there's tremendous hatred out there that I've never seen anything like it.
It's from a former Muslim who said, and I quote, "Muslims are normally good people like everyone else. But then they read the Quran. Then they become a killing machine." The woman who said that knows what she's talking about. She's a former Muslim herself who's now facing death threats for spreading the truth about Islam.
Islam is often presented as a very simple religion. It's just submission to Allah. But if you dig a little deeper, you find out in the Quran, Surah 4, verse 65, that submission to Allah requires complete obedience to all of Muhammad's decisions. And that's where Islam gets a lot more complicated, because Muhammad's decisions are spread across thousands of stories in the Hadith. Most Christians don't have the time, or the sources, or the desire to go through all this material and figure out what Islam teaches. No problem, that's what we're here for. We're happy to serve that role. But we should all keep in mind that there are more than 1.6 billion Muslims in the world, and that Islam places a strong emphasis on preaching and winning converts. Chances are we're not going to be there when your Muslim friends preach Islam to you, or when your children go off to college and hear about how wonderful Islam is, not only from their Muslim friends, but also from their professors. If you really want to understand the rape and slaughter being committed in the name of Allah by the Islamic State, you have to study the history of Muhammad and his companions, a history found in the Hadith and the Sirah literature. But you can get a pretty good outline of the Islamic State's message and tactics by reading the Quran, which Muslims believe to be the direct word of Allah. Surah 9, verse 29, if you've never understood why Christians and other religious minorities are so horribly mistreated in places like Iraq and Egypt and Pakistan, the reason for the abuse is found in the Quran. Allah commands Muslims, once they are in the majority, to violently subjugate Christians and Jews. Allah says in 929, "Fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day." Notice it says, fight those who do not believe, not fight in self-defense. This is a command to fight people based on their beliefs. "Fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which hath been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger, nor acknowledge the religion of truth, from among the people of the book." People of the book are Jews and Christians, "until they pay the jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued." Muslims are commanded to fight us until we pay tribute to them and feel ourselves subdued. We have to acknowledge our inferiority and accept our status as second-class citizens who don't have the same rights as Muslims. This command has probably led to more oppression than any other command in history.
وطرد المسيحيين من العراق.
طرد المسيحيين رفضوا دفع الجزية يا رشيد.
إذا ينبغي أن يعطوا الجزية عن يد وهم صاغرون.
أليست رحمة عندما يتركونهم يمشون ويستطيعون قتلهم؟ أليست رحمة؟
In the Bible, Jesus says that God loves everyone. In the Quran, not so much. Surah 3, verse 32. Say, obey Allah and the Apostle, but if they turn back, then surely Allah does not love the unbelievers. According to the Quran, Allah only loves obedient Muslims. I wonder why ISIS doesn't seem to have much love for non-Muslims.
Both born and raised in the United States, a country whose way of life they say they hate. And if you are not a Muslim, they count you as a disbeliever. Their mission? To terrorize you.
We're commanded to terrorize the disbelievers. And this is a religion, like I said.
Commanded to terrorize the disbelievers.
The Quran says very clearly in the Arabic language, Turhibuna. This means terrorize them. It's a command from Allah.
So you're commanded
to terrorize them.
Terrorize
doesn't mean
anybody.
You define terrorism as going and killing an innocent civilian. That's what you were. I define terrorism as making them fearful so that they think twice before they go rape your mother or kill your brother or go onto your land and try to steal your resources.
I love Osama bin Laden. Wallahi, I love him like I can't begin to tell you because I haven't seen that he's really done anything wrong from the Sharia. I love him like more than I love myself.
What they want is U.S. forces to be defeated for a Muslim holy land stretching from China to Rome. And yes, they yearn for the day Israel will vanish.
So you would like Israel to be bombed?
I would like to see Israel wiped off the map. I would like to see a mushroom cloud over it.
But make no mistake, they want you to become a Muslim. They want Americans to die.
I would not do it myself. That's what I said.
Believe it or not, Allah's complete lack of love for non-Muslims plays a role in how non-Muslims are to be treated. Surah 48, verse 29. Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, and those who are with him are severe against unbelievers and merciful among themselves. Those who are with Muhammad, i.e. Muslims, are severe against whom? Against unbelievers. They're merciful to whom? Only to their fellow Muslims. But politicians and the media just can't figure out why ISIS is so severe against non-Muslims.
نحن إرهابيون والإرهاب فريضة الكتاب ليعلم والشرط أننا إرهابي وأننا مرعب وأعدوا لهم ما استطعتم من قوة ومن رباط الخيل ترهبون به عدو الله وعدوكم فالإرهاب فريضة في دين الله
بدون ما يقاتلوا قاتلهم فاستعن بالله وقاتلهم فليسمعها العلماء فاستعن بالله وقاتلهم متى؟ عندما يقاتلونك؟ لا عندما يرفضون عندما دخول الإسلام ويرفضون دخول تطبيق دفع الجزية تمام؟ عندها لا معنى لبقائهم متنعمين في هذه الحياة الدنيا يأكلون من مال الله ويكفرون به لا غصب عنهم منا نخضعهم لسلطان الله ولا نكرههم في الدخول في دين الله.
There are lots of ways to be severe against unbelievers. Here's one, Surah 4, verse 24. Also forbidden are women already married, except those captives and slaves whom your right hands possess. This may be confusing without the historical context, which you can read in Sunan Abu Dawud 2150. When Muhammad won the Battle of Autas, Allah had already revealed that Muslims were free to rape their female captives. But at Autas, the Muslim army captured certain women along with their husbands, and some of the Muslims started wondering if raping these women counted as adultery, because they were married. That's when Allah revealed Surah 4, verse 24, which says that married women are indeed forbidden as sex partners unless they're your captives. If they're your captives, rape them all you want. Allah couldn't conceivably care less that they're married. Heard about any groups raping their female captives recently?
How much? 15 years old. How much? Yalla. How old? 20. How much? Come on. Kafir. Allahu Akbar. Kafir. Allahu Akbar. How much?
Women who have endured horrific abuse, acid attacks, a form of violence against women in that part of the world. Tonight, Nick Shifford reports from Lahore, Pakistan, where a rare group of victims is vowing not to hide in shame.
It was 3 years ago that Saira Liaquat was maimed by her husband. Married off at 16, she refused to move into his house, and he threw acid on her. These girls in Afghanistan were attacked for going to school. Down this road in Pakistan, 5 girls were buried alive for wanting to choose their own husband. Usually, attackers go free, like Saira's husband. It is the women who are shunned by society.
Women in our society is a commodity. This is how I see it. They're treated as piece of furniture.
As many as 80% of Pakistani women suffer from domestic violence. Violence against women is especially common in rural areas, and advocates say in order to make things better, there has to be huge improvements in education and economic conditions. Are women second-class citizens?
Yes. Yes. I'm not even sure that we are considered citizens by the police, sections of the judiciary.
As for Saira, she still has her smile, and her family supports her. But most of the thousands of victims of these crimes aren't so lucky.
الموت أرحمني إنني أموت ولا أبقى. أنا أفضل أن أكون عند عمي ولا أفضل عندهم يقتلوني يهددوني يغلوا لي إذا رحت عند عمك بنقتلك. يعني إيش هذا؟ إيش تهديد؟ يهددوا الأطفال. يرضيكم زي أنا كذا يزوروني يرضيكم. وكمان أنا عادي القتل عندي عادي. ولا أعيش عندهم ولا أعيش عندهم.
Saida is just one girl in the most shocking set of statistics in Afghanistan. 60% of women are still married as children, often at 9 or 10. Under Afghan law, girls can't marry under 16, but the law's ignored by families and the government. Saida's father died when she was little, and her brothers claimed her as their property. They sold her to the old man as his wife.
If he saw a shoe or a stick, anything, he would beat me with it. I spent 7 years with him, as if I was sitting on a hot stove all the time. I had 4 miscarriages because of the beating and the stress.
He sold her, forced her into having sex with other men.
He would say I was his daughter. He actually sold me to 3 or 4 people. You understand what I mean? He took money from these people. I would cry and say, for God's sake, what's happening to me?
Saida's childhood has been destroyed. She's 17 and can't read or write.
Tue, violée, soumise au nom d'Allah, c'est l'histoire de Samia Sharif, une Algérienne qui a fui son pays avec ses enfants pour échapper à la violence conjugale.
There is a full one on there somewhere, but YouTube won't let me put it on YouTube. But I can send it. I can send it on private message if you want it. If no one wants to ring in, I'm gonna do one tomorrow, earlier on in the day, because obviously it's too late, a bit late. Right, all right, nice one, people. Thanks for your time, and I may do one tomorrow, not 100%, but I may do one tomorrow. But we'll see. Alright, stay safe, people. Take care.